All right. Hey. It is truly an unstoppable day. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You know, if it is Tuesday, what? Then it must be the Unstoppable Story Show with Terrance Leftridge, where we talk to ordinary people with unstoppable stories. Come on in, swipe and share. We are waiting for you to come on in and join the conversation this week on the Unstoppable Story Show. Hey, you see on the screen, type the number 1 in the feed if you're watching us live. And if you just happen where you couldn't make it live and you're watching the replay, then go ahead and type the number 2 in the comments. You're watching your boy, Mr. Unstoppable of Unstoppable Coaching Services, where we help you create your vision, implement your vision, but more importantly, hold you accountable to living the life you were created to live. Not the life that you may want to live, not the life that you may be thinking about living, but the life that you were created to live. There's a difference, there's a distinction, and if you keep watching us, then you'll learn what it means to actually live the life you were created to live. And you'll hear all these unstoppable stories that we have each and every week. I know it's Tuesday night, but guess what? Last I heard, there wasn't really going to be anything good on TV to watch, if you know what I mean. So you might as well just sit back, get your favorite beverage, get your favorite writing utensil and your favorite pen and pad, and get ready to take some notes, because I know we are not only going to entertain you this evening, we're going to educate you. And if you just stick around, if you stick and stay, you might just get motivated to take your life to the next level. Hey, so come on in, swipe and share. Let's see. I see we've got Maria Louisa Hill. She is watching us live. Hey, Maria. We've got our guest watching us live. We've got Sonia Weisingle. A long time no see, Sonia. Hey, how are you? Thanks for coming in. She says, hey, Terrance, and hey, Suham. Yes, yes, yes. So you guys go ahead and share this with some other people who may be, not living their best life right now and not doing what they love. I guarantee you that if you share this with them, they are not only going to get motivated to do what they love, they are going to run out and get started doing what they love. Hey, you guys, the Unstoppable Story Show is sponsored by SNL Vacations, snlvacations.com. I'm pretty partial to this vacation site because it's ran by my wife, Sharon Nicole Leftridge. SNL Vacations, if you are looking for scenic locales, if you are looking for no hassle customer service, and if you are looking for luxurious and lifelong memories, then you need to come on over to SNL Vacations and book your next vacation. Hey, if you're anything like me over the last couple of weeks, oh, it has been a bear here in the Chicagoland area. So you know what? I have already planned our next vacation. And who did I use? I used, of course, snlvacations.com, where you can go group cruises. Group vacations are our specialties, but there is no booking that we can't take care of for you. So go on over to snlvacations.com and check out Sharon and let her know that you heard about it on the Unstoppable Story Show. Okay, guys. So it's the love month. You see, I'm wearing my nice red, and I'll be wearing red all month long because each and every week we're going to dedicate a segment to the ideal of love. And what does it mean? What does it mean in its different aspects of love? Not just the relationships, but even you personally. And today we're going to talk a little bit about that self-love perspective. And we entitled it, Doing What You Love. Now, I love doing this show. Out of all the other things that I may do each and every day in my schedule as a coach and as a business person, entrepreneur, as a author, as a professional MC, as a husband, as a brother, all those things, this is what I love to do. I love to be able to connect with you and to bring you people from all across the world that are doing great things. And because of the fact that I get to do the show, I get to meet people from all types of spectrums. I know authors, I know actors and actresses, I know playwrights, I know motivational speakers, I know people who have been on TV, I know people who are running nonprofits. I know people who are millionaires just because of this doing what I love. And if there's one thing that I could say about it, doing what you love is a phenomenal feeling. And when you're doing what you love, as I said in the preview video earlier, then you get to share what you love with the other people in your life that love you. But if you're not doing what you love, then you are down, you are depressed, you are grouchy, you are grumpy, and you don't get a chance to let the people who love you see the best part of you because you're stuck doing something that you don't love. Well, we want you to flip the switch this week. We want you to take time in this month of love, this month of February, to focus some of that time while you're loving on somebody else, while you're loving on your significant other, while you may be loving on your spouse, while you may be loving on your parents. Take some time to love on yourself. And if you are not doing what you love, then we hope and we pray that something that's said tonight will actually show you how you can get started doing what you love. Now, my guest tonight is no stranger to the Unstoppable Story Show. She is an actress. She is a playwright. She is a motivational speaker. She has graced stages across the country and internationally. She's been seen on screens across the world. She's been on talk shows. She has run the gamut, and she really loves what she's doing. She loves it so much that she did a video about it. And before we bring her on, let's show you that video. You want to see it? Hold on, let's just pull it up. Live, and more. Oh, I got to bring something down. There you go. Live studio in action. You want to see it? Here we go.
Let's talk about this for a minute, because this is part of all under your nonprofit, the Sulondia Community Development Corporation. Kind of share with us how all of this got started and how your passion kind of came about.
Well, I was just age 5 years old. I've always wanted to be on TV and movies and act. But growing up in Williamsburg County, there was a void. So I joined the military, Marine Corps. And I came back home and I said, there's a void in the arts. And the arts is really needed. I think Felicia Rashad said, before we can talk, we sing. Before we can run or even walk, we dance. So that's just how important the arts is. And so because there's a void in my county, and I didn't want kids to grow up the way I did, feeling that they had to go for a plan B, I wanted to be a solution to that problem. So I created my nonprofit, and I was like, okay, I'm going to bring in the arts. I'm going to bring in people that are actually working in the field. I want kids and adults to know that your dreams matter and that you can live the life that you're created to live, regardless of where you are. Opportunity exists. It's up to you to persist and make them happen.
Thank you so much for all that you do. And again, that workshop is going to be this Saturday. It's going to start at 10 o'clock sharp.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sounds good. We're excited about it. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. Hey, you guys, she is the one. She is the only. She is my great friend. Welcome to the stage, Sue Ham, baby.
What's up, Coach T? How are you?
All right. How are you?
Man, I am phenomenal. Glad to be here. Little tired, but I'm still excited to be here with you, man. You always bring my energy out.
Oh, well, you do the same for me. Ever since we acquired those T-shirts back in Florida many years ago, we have been sticking and staying. So welcome from your busy schedule to the Unstoppable Story Show with Terrance Leftridge. Welcome back, fam. How are you?
Good, man. Glad to be here. Glad to be back.
Well, I'm glad to have you back. When I was thinking about this topic for the love month, for the month of February, I was thinking about, now who can I bring on the show that really epitomizes loving what they do? And the blonde billionaire, she just jumped out in my head and she said, yeah, Sue Ham loves what she does and she lives her life. She lives, loves, and laughs, and she does it graciously, honestly, and flawlessly each and every day. But there might be just one or two people, maybe one or two, that missed you so many times that you've been on the Unstoppable Story Show. So here's your opportunity, Sue Ham, to just take 60 seconds and introduce yourself to the Unstoppable Stories audience.
Well, first of all, I am a mother of 3 beautiful kids. I live in the most beautiful county in the world, Williamsburg County. I'm an actor, a writer, a speaker, producer, and director. I love what I do. I love life. I love people. I love inspiring people to live, love, learn, and laugh, to not quit, to follow their dreams to success. Why? Because your dreams matter.
Wow. She just wrote the show right then and there. I could just say, have a great time, have an unstoppable week after that. Your life matters. I love it. We're going to talk about that as we talk about how you are doing what you love and how you came to do that full time, and we'll talk about how others can do that as we go through the course of this conversation. But as always, Suham, you know I have to ask you, and I ask each and every guest on the Unstoppable Show, what does it mean to you when you hear the word unstoppable?
That means that yes, I can. It doesn't mean that I will, but it means I can. So I have the free will to make it happen. And so once I exercise that free will, man, that means that I can do any and everything. One of the biggest things for me, realizing that I was unstoppable, is really tapping into my belief system and realizing that we're all superhuman. We all came here with great gifts and great talents, and we have the capabilities of achieving them. It's not can we do it, it's will we do it. And when we decide to do it, we become unstoppable.
I love it. I love it. Talking to Suham, she's so many different things. We could take the whole hour just talking about the different things, but you have blown up, sister. You are you know what? She's so shy. She's so laid back. She'll be like, "Oh, I'm just from this little country town, Kingstree, South Carolina, Williamsburg County." But you know what? You have gone from Kingstree to King's Palaces. You've gone from South Carolina to here in the south side of Chicago, and now you were just out in South Florida. So you are spreading your wings exponentially across the country. And some of those credits, you know, how many people can say that they were in a movie, a major movie?
That's a childhood dream, and that came true. You're right.
Yeah. How many people can say that they have been in the presence of Steve Harvey not just once, but twice?
I'm thankful, man.
Thankful. How many people can say that they have not only been to stage plays, they have created stage plays, they have directed stage plays, they have starred in stage plays, they have promoted stage plays, and then they have taught other people how they can create, star, promote their own stage plays. You know anybody else who can do that?
You're gonna make me put extra money in the offering plate this next week. You keep playing around.
I got the big hat over here. Don't worry about it. Hey, and I don't say this to impress upon our audience. I say this to impact upon our audience, that when you are doing what you love, the love comes right back to you. So let's take them on a journey. Take them on the Suham journey of how she went from just a small town girl in Kingstree, South Carolina, to this person that is doing what she loves and is doing it real big.
Well, for one, I guess let's be real. I started to love myself, because I think that when you love yourself, you really want to be your best self. You know, you stop embracing self-doubt. So I actually went back to my childhood dreams and started to believe in the things that God actually put inside of me, and started to tap into those things. I'll never forget, Terrance. You know, I joined the Marine Corps because I needed a plan B, because I really wanted to pursue the arts, acting to be specific. But my mother and father could not afford school, nor did I want to go to school. I was done with. I love learning, but I'm creative and I like to get out and experience things. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't live in New York. I didn't live in Atlanta. And so I was like, I want to travel. I want to meet new people. I'll just forget about this acting thing. I'll do plan B and join the Marine Corps. And I was in the Marine Corps for 9 years. And it's just something about the gift, right, that God puts in you. It doesn't matter what you try to do, how far you try to run from it. It still toys at you in your stomach. It's like gas, right? You need relief. You got to get it out. It's like being sick. If you don't get it out, it's just going to fester and it's going to spread. So eventually I walked away from a job and I was just like, I'm tired of it. I'm done. My body started ailing really bad. And I said, okay, God, you gave me the gifts. I'm going to do something with them. I'm going to go full-fledged. I made a lot of sacrifices. My home was foreclosed upon. I had 16 income rental properties that was foreclosed upon. My vehicles were repossessed, taken out of my yard. I had to downsize to a house 3 times smaller. But the thing for me was I wanted to do what I love to do. I wanted to do what I was created to do. I wanted to be happy. And for me, success wasn't in the materialistic things. Success wasn't in the accolades or people knowing me or people saying you're doing a great job. Success for me was to be healthy and to do the thing I love first. And number two, to serve my family and the community. And so I started buckling down, man. There was no one here in this area that was writing. Yeah, you can't run, Diamond Queen. You can't run. There was no one here in this area that was writing stage plays. There was no one casting anyone for TV, for film, or anything. So I was just like, okay, if it's to be, it's up to me. And so I created. I actually wrote my stage plays and launched them, and boom, things just started happening. But here's what I got to tell you. It was a consistency thing. Consistency compounds. We didn't excel the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time. No, we fell flat on our face, but we kept getting back up. We learned from our failures, and we kept putting one foot in front of the other. We kept investing in training. We kept investing by going to other people's stage plays and watching how they did things, and just asking questions and Googling and YouTubing and hiring mentors and coaches and consistently just putting in the work. And eventually, man, it paid off. I was doing like 2-3 videos sometimes a day. And those videos were being on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, all over the place. And it came to the point where my videos started to go viral. And BET reached out to me and said, hey, we want to put your video on BET. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so the video was on BET nationally. Next thing.
No, wait, because we only got an hour, but we know that. And you said some couple of things, and I'm going to bring us back to these things before the show ends. You talked about consistency, and you talked about the word "we." There was a lot that you had to go through, and you also talked about the word sacrifice. So let me ask you this question: what do you think stops people from living and doing what they love?
Fear. Absolutely fear, because for the longest time I had fear. Matter of fact, I had this conversation with God. I was throwing down with him. I was pissed. I was like, God, why you gonna give me all these talents and if I can't do nothing with them? And I'll never forget, as I was, fussing and crying hysterically, snot everywhere, I remember hearing a voice that said, I gave you the talents, the gifts. It's up to you to use them. Come on, somebody.
Yeah. Use it or lose it. Ain't that what we say all the time? Use it or lose it. And we talk about that word fear. We talk about that false evidence appearing as real, but when you're in the midst of that fear, it can stop you literally in your tracks. And you talk about yourself, and I'm glad that you talk about yourself all the time, because the one thing we want people to recognize after they watch this show is that no matter where you are, no matter where you came from, no matter what obstacles you've been through, there is somebody somewhere else that has been through maybe not the same obstacles, but similar obstacles. Yes. Maybe not from a town as small as yours, but from a small town. Maybe someone in a big town can't reach the heights that you've reached in the small town. And that just basically says to people that if Sue Ham can do it, that if Mr. Unstoppable can do it, then maybe I can get over my fear. I can move past my obstacles, and I can do it too. Do you agree with that?
I totally agree. Here's the thing. And I'm tackling that in my new book, #YourDreamsMatter. That I am nobody special. We are special, but what I'm saying is I believe that we all came from the same creator, which means that we all can do astronomical things. We are already born great. It's just that we forget. So the thing is, we need to tackle certain things. We need to get rid of our self-doubt. We need to go back to knowing and believing that we are great and that everything that we want, if we don't already have it, if we put one foot in front of the other, take steps, jump, then we will attract exactly what we need. And we have to have discipline. Yeah, I'm a motivational speaker, but let's be real. Sometimes we don't have motivation when we get up. So what do you do when the motivation is gone? You got to have that discipline and that drive and that determination to be consistent with getting up and doing the work, to be consistent with getting up and investing in yourself. Stop freaking buying the latest brands. I got to the point where I stopped buying clothes. I bought a bunch of t-shirts and I had my website across my chest, suham.com. Because I'm like, why am I going to go spend money in Nike? Why am I going to go spend money in Reebok when I could buy a t-shirt, put suham.com, brand myself, let people know who I am, and say, here I am, world. And so I sacrificed going out and eating. I used to eat all the time, but I realized I wanted to have more impact and more influence. So the money that I would spend on food, eating in restaurants, I started putting it into Facebook ads because I wanted my face, my story, my brand to appear in front of people all across the world, because everybody has this. Everybody has a cell phone. And so I realized, hey, I want to be in their faces on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. And I got consistent with that, even to the point where I would do podcasts. Nobody would be on a freaking podcast, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Nobody. But I was talking and presenting as if 1 million people were listening. When I was first doing my stage plays, I might have 30, 50 people out there. But we put on the show as if 1 million people were listening, because I always said we're going to get to that point where multi-millions of people are going to tune into us, and we need to be ready. If we stay ready, we ain't got to get ready. Absolutely. And so when the Steve Harvey opportunities came, when the BET opportunities came, when the opportunity came for me to be on Bravo TV with Queen Brooklyn, we were ready. We didn't have to get ready, you know? So it's like sacrificing and putting my money into the things that matter, which is my training, which was branding myself, which was marketing myself, which was, building my personal growth, getting my mind right. Earl Nightingale said this. I'm sorry, I'm taking over your show, Terrance.
No. You do it. I'm gonna jump in when it gets good, right?
Right. Earl Nightingale said this: the mind is like the soil. It's like the earth. Right? It doesn't care what you plant. Whatever you plant, it's going to produce. So if you plant poison, it's going to produce poison. If you put poison into your mind, you're going to think negative thoughts. If you plant good seeds into the earth, it's going to produce good crop. If you plant good seeds into your mind, it's going to produce great fruits, great thoughts, great actions, man. And you are going to attract and become who you are supposed to be. Because I got to tell you, right now in my season, when I look back at the years that I was sacrificing, when I couldn't go out to eat, when I couldn't go to the movies, when I couldn't travel, and I love to travel, when I couldn't do none of that, but instead was investing in my learning, in my branding, in my advertisement, it was worth it. Because now I have people coming to me as sponsors and wanting to dump money into my brand because they realize that we appeal to the masses. I realize now that it's worth it because I get word of the mouth referrals for people that want me to bring my plays to their city. I realize it's worth it because now I got schools coming at me and saying, we want you to teach drama. I realize it's worth it because I'm getting interviews, I'm getting speaking engagements. And so what people hate to do, what people really, really hate to do is practice great habits and sacrifice. Everybody wants it right freaking now.
Right.
And what they don't understand is that consistency compounds. You got to keep doing it until one day you look up, your bank account is like, whoa. And that's how your career and your life is. You just got to keep getting at it, keep bettering yourself. And before you know it, everything that you had worked for, all those hard times, is going to be forgotten. Because now you're going to be living in the glory. You're doing what you want to do, baby.
Right. Breathe, girl. And you guys, if you didn't know by now, you're watching the Unstoppable Story Show with Terrance Leftridge and my phenomenal guest, Sulondia Hammond. She is author, playwright, a motivational speaker. She does it all. Check her out at suham.com. We're going to say it, suham.com, where you can get all the information on how you can really connect with her, how you can get coaching from her, how you can see how she is doing it real big and how she continues to do what it is that she loves. Yeah. So we talked about sacrifice, and I think we live in this microwave society, and especially our millennials coming up now, where they're used to just being able to pretty much snap their fingers and they get instantaneous results. People don't understand that just as instantaneous as you can get something, it's if you don't really plant that proper seed, that seed doesn't go deep into the soil. It's just a seed on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And what happens to a seed on the sidewalk? Well, it either gets burnt up or it gets washed away.
Yeah.
But it never gets the opportunity to dig roots. And that's where not only the sacrifice that you talked about comes into play, but doing what you love, it still requires work.
And listen, here's the thing. People always say, do what you love. Don't worry about the money. Okay, money is very important. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's not get that twisted.
Okay. Yeah.
Money is very important. And I'm here to tell you from experience. Yeah, I was doing what I love, but in the beginning, there was no money. So therefore, I had to love it.
Yeah.
And I will be honest with you. In the beginning, I was chasing money. I was like, man, I want the money. I want the money. I want the money. And because I was doing that, it was eluding me. And so then it came to the point where I was like, you know what? I don't even care. The most important thing is that I am happy and I'm successful and I'm doing what I love. And when I took the pressures off of I need money, 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 and just started really focusing on becoming excellent in my craft and really trying to serve and help as many people as I can, the money started coming to me. The opportunities started flowing to me to the point where I was like, I can't do this. My calendar is filling up. What? You're donating $1,000? I don't even know you. But because people saw that I was passionate and serious and consistent about my craft, they wanted to sew into me to help the dream. And so that's the thing, man. Money is important, but I'm going to be honest with you. When you're doing what you love, it may not be there in the beginning. And that's why you got to love what you do. Because when you love what you do, you will do it no matter what. You will do 15, 16-hour days. Listen, okay?
Yes, yes. You know, both of us, we've still got stuff to do even after this show is over. This is just one in the many. You mentioned today, you got off a plane, you did an interview, you had another interview. You've got this great goal of how many interviews you're going to have this year, not just this week. So you as well. You know what? I got this show. I got my speaking engagements. I'm creating my own show, and I'm going to circle back to the Sue Ham influence on that in just a second. You know, we're planning events throughout the year. We're booking guests. So, and we do that with the understanding that, the money didn't or doesn't come right away. Just because you build it doesn't mean they will come. You have to build it and you have to put the sign out and you have to remind them that you're there consistently and persistently. Because the first, you do it 7 days. Yeah, you were consistent for 7 days. But then the 8th day comes and you look back on those 7 days and you might not have gotten the results that you were looking for. And ordinary people, average people would stop.
They would stop.
But this is the Unstoppable Story Show. We recognize that it may, they say it takes 21 days for a habit. That's a lie. It takes more than 21 days. You got to put in the effort each and every day. But the other thing that you said, you not only said that you were passionate about it, you said that you were focused on it. And sometimes we lose focus if we don't see the results. And that's what stops us from doing what we're doing, what we love doing, because we feel like we haven't gotten the results. So let me focus on something else. Let me go to my plan B, my plan C, my plan D. And, some of the greatest speakers out there, and you just happen to see some over this past week, they don't have a plan B, C, or D. They say plan A is their only option. And that's what keeps them focused. Do you find that in the people that you coach, some of the techniques that you share with them?
Yeah, you got to stay focused. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I heard Tyler Perry say the quickest way to be successful is you got to focus on one thing. Get big, get powerful, and get, really, really great at that one thing, and then shift into something else. I'm like, I ain't got to do that. I can do 3-4 things at the same time.
Right. I can multitask
while I'm crip walking. Okay. But did I realize, oh my God, this dude knows what he's talking about. And then I realized that I was really spreading myself thin. It was impossible for me to get great at one thing because I was spread across doing too many different things. And as soon as I shifted my focus, and I tell my students that too, as soon as you shift your focus, right, and just get tunnel vision on that one thing, get good at that. focus on it. If you can only afford to spend 1 hour a day in learning your craft, getting focused on that thing, then that's better than nothing. Wake up an hour early and do that. Write your goals around that. Write your goals at night. Sleep on top of your goals. Let that thing subconsciously get in there, but focus on one thing, get great at that, and then shift into something else, because it really does take 10,000 hours or more to really get good at your craft. And now with the way technology is and things are rapidly changing, you have to really stay on top of things. You don't have to be the first person to do something. You just should strive to be the best that you're doing in your field. And that's all that matters. There's an audience for every single person.
Absolutely. You're watching the Unstoppable Story Show with our guest, Sulondia Hammond, baby, playwright, author, coach, and motivational speaker. And we are chopping it up about the topic, doing what you love. So let me ask you this question. Mm-hmm. What are some of the benefits? We talked about sacrifice. We talked about being consistent. But what are some of the benefits of doing what you love?
Well, your skin starts to glow. You have this aura about yourself. When you're doing what you love, you down for it, for whether it's good or bad. Happy or sad. But really, for me personally, doing what I love, I go to sleep with no pressure, no stress. I wake up and I'm like, thank you, God. I got another day to do what I was created for. And it's like when I should be tired after 15, 16, 17 hours, I feel like I can still go because I'm doing that thing I love. And I felt like I had let so much time get away because of fear and procrastination and excuses as to why I couldn't do it. And now that I'm on the train, I don't want to get off. And so it's just, I don't know. I just feel like when you do what you love, you can be your best self. You can contribute to society in a much greater way. When you're doing what you love, I feel, and that's why I'm pushing people to live their dreams, because your dreams matter. I feel that the crime rate will go down. I feel that the depression and a lot of the suicides will go down, because now you're not fighting against what you were born for. You're in unison. You're doing exactly what you were born for. So nothing but greatness and light and goodness and good auras can flow from you. You know what I'm saying?
I know it. I hear you. Author Stacey Thomas, she makes a comment in the feed, and I wanted to make sure we brought that out there. She said, I love this, but I don't know how to focus on one thing. I thank you for this. So how do you focus on that one thing? And you said earlier, when you first heard it,
make a conscious decision to do it and practice it. Practice that habit.
Absolutely. When you look at the acronym for the word focus is focus on one thing until successful. So you just break the word down. Focus on that one thing. We didn't say it has to be the only thing that you ever do in life. Mm-hmm. We're saying focus on that one thing, master that one thing, and then really use and work that one thing until you can build upon it. First, before you were able to have a stage play, you had to write one, right?
Exactly.
And before you could write one, you had to learn the ins and out of writing a stage play, right?
Learn the structure. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Before I was able to put on this show, I had to learn how to create a show. Before I was able to speak on stage, I had to learn the difference between speaking and talking. Too many times we want to do A, B, C, D, and E all at the same time and think we can do them all equally well. And then when one of those things doesn't work, then that's when we lose that energy and we lose that focus, and we ultimately don't end up doing the things we need to do, the things we want to do, or the things we were created to do.
For example, I was doing the internet marketing and I thought I was doing fairly well with it, but that's not what I love doing. Right. So, and I realized I couldn't do the internet marketing and give it the attention it needed and do the stage plays. Something was going to suffer. And so I made a conscious decision. Okay, I got to leave the money and leave the traveling with the internet marketing alone, because even though it was fun and I got to travel and I got money, it did not set my soul on fire. And so I made a conscious decision because I was torn, and I was just like, well, my love is in entertainment. And so I stopped because, again, I can't focus on both. So I shifted. And when I put all of my focus, all of my eggs into the entertainment, I'm telling you, that's when all of the opportunities started to flow, because that's where my concentration went. Wherever you focus, wherever you put your focus, that's what's going to grow. And that's when all the opportunities, like the Steve Harvey, speaking on stage with Les Brown, getting invited to be a drama teacher at 3 different schools, getting opportunities to travel with my stage play, being able to launch my conferences. That's when all of those opportunities started to come. And that's the stuff that sets my soul on fire. And so, yeah, I had a dry spot when I shifted from the money to the passion and to the gifting and doing what I love. But the end justified the mean. And so focus, just make a conscious decision and do it. Stick with it.
The comments are blowing up on the Unstoppable Show comment section. Lady Rochelle is saying you have to put blinders on and do you, because if you stay busy looking to see what's on everyone else's plate, you will lose focus. Yes, indeed. Say it, Lady Rochelle. I love it. I love it. I love it. You made a point that, you know what, when you were doing the network marketing and I was doing the network marketing around the same time, but there was always that pull of the other thing. And many times people don't do what they love to do because they think, or they have this perception that the other things they're good at are the things that's going to sustain them, are the things that's going to keep food on their table, are the things that's going to allow them to have all the luxuries in life that they want. Talk about, and you mentioned it earlier about the sacrifice, but talk about that pull and how, even though you saw some success with the investments and you saw some success with the network marketing, talk about how that pull kept pulling you back to what you love to do.
Now, here's what I want to tell everybody. If you got a job, now, first of all, I despise my job, okay? But if you got a job, and now hindsight looking back, that job was a blessing, because that job would be your investor, your financer for your dream. Mm-hmm. So if you have a job, I'm not saying go and leave your dream, sacrifice and just say, I'm stopping cold turkey, unless you have some savings set up and you can do that. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to stress yourself freaking out to not have any income coming in and you have a family to provide for. So if you change your perception, how you see things, right, your whole world changes.
Absolutely.
So see that job as your investor into the thing that sets your soul on fire. So I want to say something real quick too about the execution and consumption. A lot of times we focus on what other people are doing. We consume so many things. There comes a point when you have to stop consuming and start executing, because you get caught up in competing and comparing or learning all the time and you never do. The best people are the ones who learn some, do some, and teach some. So I forgot your question, Terrance, but I just wanted to throw that in there. What was your question, bro? I had to get it in there.
That's absolutely fine. What we were talking, I would ask you about the pull, and that's good. That right, consumption versus execution is right on point with that, because we consume so much from the media and from everybody in our lives and from everybody that we grew up with that said, okay, well, Sue Ham, if you do this, you're gonna have a great life. Terrance, if you do this, you're gonna have a great life. You know, my aunt thought I was gonna be the next Thurgood Marshall. My great grandmother thought I was gonna be this famous actor because she loved John Wayne, and she nicknamed me Duke because that was his nickname at the time. And I didn't understand it then. And as I grew up, I was like, but Grandma, he white. I can't be him. Right then and there, I can't be him. And then Les Brown, he said something that just blew me away. And to bring it full circle, he said one time in one of his speeches that, you know what, I am not trying to be the next this or the next him or the next her. I can only focus on being the best Les Brown.
That's it.
And I said, wow. And wow. And that's when, and I think that was one of the turning points in my life when I started to put more focus into me. And you know the story, because we shared the stage with the phenomenal, memorable Mr. Les Brown. And I got a chance to say to Les, you motivated me to not be the next Les Brown,
Yeah.
but to be the best Terrance Leftridge.
Yes.
And because of that, you guys get to see me talking to great people like Sue Ham each and every week, and living the life and doing what we love.
Right.
Absolutely.
I just gotta say, it does take sacrifice, right? But just be smart with your sacrifice. Don't jeopardize your livelihood. Find a way to where you can keep your sanity and still do the stuff that you love, the thing that sets your soul on fire. So my thing was, if you got to take baby steps, you're moving. That's all that matters. You're not standing still. So if someone's taking giant leaps and bounds and you can see somebody who may not even have as much talent as you, but yet they're doing so much more than you. Don't worry about that. As long as you're moving, right? That's the most important thing. As long as you're moving, that's all that matters. I promise you, consistency compounds. And if you keep being consistent, continue to excel, then you will get to where you need to be. So boom, that's what I want to say. Just make that, if you're leaving a job, make that transition smartly, if that's a word. Be smart about it, but go all in once you do it. Go all in, because here's the thing. I threw myself all in. It was no going back. I burned the freaking bridges. So I had to go forward. And it was just like, I just felt like I was at a point in my life where, look, I've done enough marking time standing in place. I'm burning the bridges. I'm ready to go forward and live my dreams.
Absolutely. Hey, and if you guys are watching us right now, she said it a couple of times. So I put it up on the screen. Just put in the comments if you are feeling what Sue Ham is saying to you right now. Hashtag consistency compounds. It's just like the law of finance. If you save $1 and then you add another $1 and then you put that $1 on top of it, the dollars continue to compound. And you'll get to the point where $1 isn't $1 saved anymore. Now $1 becomes $2 saved, and $2 become $4, and $4 become $8, and $8 become $16. So just like your finances compound, if you consistently save, if you consistently put something aside, towards your dream, towards that thing that you love, towards investing in that thing that irks at you, then it will compound as well. One of my mentors wrote a book, Delatoro McNeil. He wrote this book called Caught Between a Dream and a Job. And he talked about what we talked about on the show and what millions of people have gone through in their life. They couldn't focus on their dream because they were stuck at that job. They were caught at that job. They were chained to that job because that job, so-called, reflected the American dream. But the dream suffered. That dream that was inside of it, that was given to you by the creator, it suffered because you were caught in this fantasy of what your job was supposed to do to you. I was caught in it for 10 years. Worked my good government job until they decided they didn't need me anymore. And then I was stuck. And then I had to make a decision. And that's when I made the decision to start using each job afterwards, because I am still one of those people that still has a full-time job while I am working on this dream. But I've learned the mindset of using that job to network, using that job to finance the events that we have coming up, to use that job to give exposure to my books and to all the different things that I have out there. So now the people that I see on the job come see me at my events.
There you go.
There you go. So
there you go.
Consistency compounds. I love it. I love it. So we've got some other comments in here. We got author Stacy Smith. She's saying, speak. Yeah. Sharon, your sis Sharon Johnson Leffridge said consistency compounds. Lady Rochelle said consistency compounds. Yeah. Let's see. Who's this one? They're coming in so quick, I can't pull them up all the time. So as we are coming around on the other end, because I know Sue Ham baby need to get some sleep, but we talked about what's the benefits of doing what you love. We talked about the fear of doing what you love. Let's talk about how somebody who's going to walk away from this show tonight one or two things that they can get started today on doing what they love, what would you say to that person?
Well, first of all, some people just don't know what they love, right? Or they really haven't sat down and had a conversation with themselves. They know what they don't like. So the first thing I would say is to sit down and have that conversation with yourself. Pull out a pen and a notepad, not your iPhone. I want you to go old school style. And I want you to sit down. I want you to write the things that you love and or things that you're interested in. And I want you to also write the things that irk you. And I want you to look at it, because a lot of times we look at, oh, I'm good at this and I like this. Maybe that's my passion. Maybe that's where I'm supposed to work. But sometimes you have to look at it from the opposite side. Those things that irk you could be the very thing that you were created to fix. For example, if you hate bad sound in a venue, maybe you're supposed to be a sound engineer so that you can ensure that the sound is top notch. So first of all, I want you to identify what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And number two, I want you to commit, make a decision, commit to actually taking steps to living your dreams. Even if you're working a job, I still want you to commit to taking steps, getting up 1 hour early a day. If you want to write a book, sit down and start writing out the chapters 1 hour early before you go to work, before you start being a wife or being a husband or a mother or a father. Commit that 1 hour to yourself. And I want you to do that consistently, working towards your dreams. And I'm not going to say for the next 90 days. No, I'm going to say for the rest of your life. Because when you give yourself 90 days, you're also giving yourself permission to quit if it doesn't work at the end of 90 days. So identify what it is that you want to do. Number two is commit to your dreams. Number three is to start taking small actions. If it is to write a book, now I want you to start writing for 10 minutes a day. Okay. If it is to become more influential through social media, I want you to pick up your cell phone and I want you to start doing videos every day. And I want you to post them on every social media platform. I don't care if you're only talking for 2 minutes. Get out there. I don't care if nobody watches it. Get out there, plug them out there in all the social media platforms every freaking day. If your goal is to become a speaker, I want you to start contacting schools, community organizations, churches, different people to find out how you can speak there. You might not be able to charge a fee, but that's fine. The thing is, take consistent action after you've made your decision. And then I want you to start, as you keep going along, I want you to start investing in yourself, putting money to the side to invest in your personal growth, because you're going to have to keep your mind strong in this walk, because you're going to have people saying to you, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're not going to be able to accomplish that. So you have to invest in personal growth. You have to invest in training, and you have to invest in branding and marketing. And the last thing I want you to do is never give up, man. Always be thankful. Give thanks to God. Never give up. Be thankful to yourself that you have an opportunity to work towards your dreams. You have an opportunity to serve yourself and to serve other people.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That is Sue Ham, baby. It's the phenomenal Sulondia Hammond, spending some time chopping it up here on the Unstoppable Story Show with Terrance Leftridge. So with some great tips, great ways to close it out as we continue to celebrate the Love Month and doing what you love. I loved what you are doing. I love that we came together over a criminal activity, but we've been able to span the test of time. And thank God we didn't do any time. But in all seriousness, I love how you have grown. You were already blossoming before we even met. I mean, you are well on your way to being the blonde billionaire that I had affectionately called you back then and continue to call you that now. But I'm so proud that, we've grown to the point where we can call each other friends.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. And that's one of the side effects of doing what you love.
That's it.
We were both in a place at the time where we had a desire to do what we loved. and God decided that our paths needed to connect. And as a result of that, in some small ways, I've helped you on your journey to do what you love. And you specifically, I said I was going to come back to this. I had an opportunity to listen to Sue Ham, and she was creating her own events. She got together with this other phenomenal blonde billionaire herself, Terry Clay, and they found this mansion in this exotic locale, and they found 6 people that was willing to invest in them and come out and learn how to create their own events. Now, I wasn't one of those people who could afford it then, but I listened and I watched her and I watched from afar and I saw her and I was like, man, if Sue Ham can do it from Williamsburg County, King Street, South Kakalaki, and I'm here in big old Chi-Town, then I surely can create my own event as well. And it was that motivation from afar that allowed me to create my radio show, along with the help of some other people that I've seen on social media and I followed. And you appeared on my radio show. And then we found video, and I was like, okay, I see you, Sue Ham. I see you doing those videos. I see you blowing up on BET doing that video. And I said, okay, I can do video. And so it turned into a video show, and we've learned different platforms together. And you and I, we've celebrated each other on different platforms. And this show is that seed that grew from you. Is the seed you gave me that I took, that I put in the ground, and I consistently worked that field. And here we are again as a result of that. So I want to thank you for personally planting a seed in my life, and just continue doing what you love, because this is the one thing I know: when Sue Ham does what she loves, the world benefits as a result of it. So I want you to continue to live, laugh, love, and learn, Sue Ham. And if they want to ride along with this journey with you, how can they have a closer connection with Sue Ham and all the things that she's doing?
Let me just say, it's always a pleasure to connect with you, man. There's no BS, no propaganda. It's always a pleasure. And I just love you so much. I was just talking to my sister, Shanika, last night, and she mentioned she mentioned your name because, we're launching the conferences, Your Dreams Matter. And she said, you're going to get Terrance as a speaker. I said, yes, this is just the first leg. I said, we're going to do several cities, several states, and we're going to definitely get Terrance. So I just want you to know that that's the impact that you have on my family as well. So we love you long time. Thank you so much. But everyone, you can go connect with me. And this is another part of branding. I'm going to drop this tip. It's very simple. SueHam.com. That's my name, Sue Ham. You Google it. You go to the website, SueHam.com. All of the social media platforms, SueHam.com. When you're branding yourself, keep it simple and keep it where it's uniformity. SueHam.com.
Absolutely. Some of the comments are not coming up on my studio screen, so let me just read them out to you. Diamond Queen, she threw your tips out there. Identify what you're supposed to be doing. Commit to your dreams consistently. Start taking small actions. Start investing in yourself and your personal growth, training, branding, and marketing, and never give up.
She took some great notes.
Yes, note takers are money makers. That's what we say here. So Sonia Weisingle, I remember that. Wow, great show, Terrance. Awesome guest. Author Stacey Thomas, awesome. Blessings each other. Thank you guys for watching. And of course, everybody's got that hashtag consistency compounds. So definitely, we are looking out for the great book that's coming out. What's the title of the book that you have coming out? And
hashtag Your Dreams Matter. You can pre-order it now. Actually, when you pre-order it now, you'll get a signed version. You'll get the audio book, and you get access to my private Facebook group. But the book will be out in another 10 days.
Fascinating. Hashtag Your Dreams Matter. Let me put that up on the screen real quick so people can see it. And they can pre-order at SueHam.com.
At SueHam.com.
Definitely go on over to the page. I highly recommend it. Become a part of the Sue Ham's Academy. Check out all her previous stage plays. She's probably got 3 or 4 more coming in 2019 that she's going to be jumping on talking about. And you will find her on a screen near you. Love you to life, Sue Ham, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I can't wait to see you.
Nothing I want to do about it. It ain't
much love to your partner, much love to your son, much love to your sister. Tell her if I had hair, she'd be doing it. But
I gotta let Maurice know you said much love to him. Matter of fact, we were talking about you again. So last night.
Oh, definitely. We're gonna have some offline conversations as we all, my word for 2019 is #elevate. So I don't want to elevate unless I can elevate with some other people coming up along with me. So you are definitely one of those people, Maurice, and your son who's just hamming it up. He's gonna be larger than all of us when y'all get done with him. So absolutely. I'm gonna give you the final word before we let you go, and then I'm gonna let you go back down to the green room, and then we'll have some offline conversation. Okay, but give us the last word. Doing what you love.
I want you to do what you love because your dreams matter. Don't compare and compete against with others with your dreams. If you want to be a custodian, be the best custodian you can be. If you want to be a manager of a food place, be the best manager you can be. Don't compete and compare and think that what you love to do and what your dreams are is smaller than an athlete or an entertainer or a politician. I just want you to know that the biggest gift I feel that you can give to the world, to yourself, and to God is to do what you love. Your dreams matter, so you owe it to yourself to do what you love.
Absolutely. Sue Ham, baby, Sulondia Hammond, thank you so much for being a guest on the Unstoppable Story Show. Love you to life, and we will see you real soon again on another episode of our show, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all, man.
All right, there you go. There you have it. That is the one, the only, the phenomenal Sulondia Hammond. Check her out at SueHam.com. You go there right now and you pre-order your book, #Your Life Matters, and you'll get a signed copy from her going over to SueHam.com. Well, you guys, you know what? That's a wrap. Another phenomenal show. But before we get out of here, I just want to talk to you again, let you know that we are just a little under 20 days away, 3 weeks away to the phenomenal Create Unstoppable Stories collaborative event called the Authors Read Literary Showcase. Yes, we've got 10 phenomenal authors from the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana area. They're all going to be on stage reading excerpts from their book and letting their light shine, letting you know that if they could do it, you can do it too. So if you are thinking about writing a book, you have written a book, but you know how to get exposure for it. If you know somebody who has written a book, but it's just sitting up on their shelves, you and them need to have your face in the place on February 23rd, 2019, from noon to 4 p.m. We're going to be at ABJ Community Services. ABJ Community Services on the south side of Chicago. It's going to be a fun-filled event. It's going to be educational. It's going to be full of entertainment, and it's going to motivate you to get your message out to the masses. And to say that it was a free event, yes, it's a free event. All you need to do is go over and register at bit.ly/authors read. Go on over to bit.ly/authors read and sign up right now so that you can have your face in the place on February 23rd from noon to 4 p.m. We're looking forward to seeing you. And if you show up, you will be part of a live studio audience. Yes, indeed. The Unstoppable Story Show is going to be broadcasting live from the event, so you may have your face on screen for the world to see. So go on over to bit.ly/authors read, and we look forward to seeing you on February 23rd. So as we leave you, I just want you to remember that when you love what you do, then you have the ability to share that love so that the world can see. And it's nothing like the world loving on you because you love what you do. Don't let the fear stop you. Don't let what other people are doing stop you. Don't let the fact that you might fall many, many times stop you. That irk inside of you, it comes from God, and it doesn't go away. It don't stop, because that is what you were created to do. So while you're spending time this month buying flowers for that significant other, or buying candy for that someone else, or saying I love you to your family and your friends, take that opportunity to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself this question: am I doing what I love? And if the answer is no, recognize that you can start right then, right there, to start living the life that you were created to live and doing what it is you love. There's no other feeling in the world. It's an unstoppable feeling that goes on and on and on. And you know what we say, why would you ever settle for anything less when you can be unstoppable? All right, you guys, we'll see you next week. We'll be continuing to talk about love again. We'll have the authors of the book, Do You Love Me Still? Sean and Dorian Nash, celebrating 18 years of marriage, talking to you about how you can have the marriage, an unstoppable marriage, so that you'll never have to ask the question again, do you love me still? And until then, wherever you are in the world today, you know what I say, don't just make it a great day. Make it an unstoppable day. Take care.